Friday the 13th sent equities worldwide into a tailspin, and the FBM KLCI was no exception. The benchmark composite tumbled by as much as 7% or nearly 100 points to 1,320.96 earlier today as concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Saudi Arabia crude oil price war just intensified selling pressure on the markets. The KLCI ended trading at 1,344.75, down 75 points or about 5%. Some 5.7 billion shares worth 4.9 billion ringgit exchanged hands. Losers outnumbered gainers 819 to 158. Top decliners included Nestle Malaysia, Carlsberg Brewery Malaysia, PPB Group, Hong Leong Bank and Kuala Lumpur Kepong. Meanwhile, in the currency markets, it was also a bad day for the ringgit, which declined to as low as 4.2957 against the US dollar after the greenback strengthened on demand for safe haven currencies. The ringgit also weakened in tandem with lower crude oil prices. At the time of reporting, the ringgit was traded at 4.2775 against the dollar. Petrol prices at the pump continue to drop from midnight until next Friday in line with cheaper crude oil prices. The retail price of RON 95 will drop by 7 cents to RM1.82 per litre, while that of RON 97 will be lowered by 9 cents to RM2.10 per litre. The retail price of diesel will also come down by 9 cents to RM1.87 per litre. Crude oil prices look set to languish in the coming months, threatening to trigger deflation in already fragile economies. In early January, Brent crude peaked at almost $70 a barrel. It has fallen by about half to $35. Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad reportedly believes that the US should reconsider returning to the new government the recovered money allegedly siphoned from 1MDB. The former PM told Reuters that the Department of Justice was willing to hand over the money to Putrajaya because PH had overthrown the people who stole the money. But now, he says it will have to think twice about giving back the funds since the political party accused of looting billions from the fund is now back in power. The DOJ says over $4.5 billion was misappropriated from 1MDB under then PM Datuk Sri Najib Razak, who is now on trial for allegedly taking some of the stolen money. Najib has pleaded not guilty and blames Loh Teck Joe and other 1MDB officials for misleading him. Tabung Haji has announced a dividend of 3.05% for FY19, with total payouts reaching some 2.1 billion ringgit. This is a jump compared with the record low hibah of 1.25% or total 913 million ringgit distributed in FY18, said to be due to mismanagement under the previous BN administration. The Pilgrimage Fund says the improvement was thanks to sustainable investments and prudent cost management. It raked in 3.3 billion ringgit in revenue from investments, 1.2 billion ringgit of which was generated in the fourth quarter. Profit after zakat rose by 19% to 1.9 billion ringgit. Tabung Haji says its strategy to focus more on stable investment assets successfully alleviated the pressure from the volatile stock market, with fixed income investment assets accounting for 58% of profits. As of December 31st, 2019, its assets stood at 74.3 billion ringgit, surpassing its liabilities, which stood at 71.4 billion ringgit. The Kuching High Court has ruled that the Sarawak government has the right to impose sales tax on petroleum products. It tossed out an application by Petronas for judicial review to declare the tax null and void, saying it saw no grounds to do so. This is because Article 95B sub 3 of the Federal Constitution provides that Sabah and Sarawak may make such laws. The court also said that the state's comptroller had legally issued the notices of assessment to the oil giant. It awarded costs of 50,000 ringgit to the comptroller and the state government. Sarawak imposed a 5% sales tax on petroleum products last year, and Petronas is the only oil and gas company operating in the state that is refusing to pay up.